Morning, greetings and salutations, Optimus. It's Joel Stray here, and today is April 25th, 2023. The market's moving pretty decently. So, all right, let's go ahead and jump on in. Actually, give me a second. I close down some stuff. I realize I had a bunch of extra stuff up. What up? What up, Tiny? Good to see you here. All right. Here we go. Add to scene. All right, so the ES is currently dropping down below the volume weighted average price. Looks like it's finding some support down in this area along like 27 area. Draw a little line there. Ba-doop. Stocks were doing pretty decently today. I did trade CXAI, which had a super tiny float, but a very like a good amount of movement and strong support at the bottom. All right, so what are we on? We're on the 20-second chart. Come on now. There we go. All right, so we are a long way off, looks like, from a trend reversal on the ES. You can see we're about $7 or so, $6 diverged from the 5,200 moving average. We're popping down, making new lows. So we broke below the 27 marker. Let's take a look at some longer time frames. Not this account. This is a really old account. All right, so we managed to get green in all of our accounts yesterday. So pretty good trade day yesterday, even despite the times where we were several $100s in red. We were still able to come back from that and pull up about $200 in each account. One of the Apex accounts we made at like $18. Our ETF account today starts at $13.49 on the trailing max, and our Apex account, one of them starts at 72, which is super low, and the other one we're in profit right now, where we're up 72 on the total account. So we have the full trailing max at 2,500. So that one's the closest to earning funding on the day. Well, on the evaluation. Crazy day. What up, Kevin? Good to see you here. It was green after my first trade. Gave it back and a little more in the second. We red 50. Man, Tiny be having an endless coffee pot. I need that. I used to actually, that's like usually how I used to be, but I had to step away from coffee for a while. At one point in my life, I was drinking like whole troughs of coffee, it seemed. The 1 minute divergence about $7 on the ES. 3 minute is about $4. This is a ways out, like a while. Like I think we're gonna be downtrending for quite some time. Market's down $35 today too. That's a pretty reasonable amount for the ES to be dropping. Don't know if markets are responding to Biden's announcements this morning. For those of you who don't know, Biden officially announced today that he'll be running for 2024 election. So don't know if the markets are responding to that, but that was kind of the biggest breaking news that I saw of the day. There is the CPI data, or no, I'm sorry, the Consumer Confidence Index today, and the home, I think it's home sales or something. Let's check it out. Yeah, it was the Case-Shiller Index, the home consumer confidence, and new home sales. So, let's see. We don't have the actuals yet. Been out for 30 minutes. The actual data for the Case-Shiller U.S. home prices rise for the first time in 8 months. That's not good. At least in my opinion. I don't think it's a good thing. But they did only rise 0.1%. So hopefully this is just a a little up before we get another drop. I'm still projecting June 2023 for a housing market. I'm not going to use such dramatic and shocking language as collapse, but definitely a major pullback is something I'm anticipating in June in the housing market. And so, having said that, I think REITs, real estate investment trusts, which are amazing dividend producers, by the way, because they have to pay legally 90% of their profits out to their shareholders, which is awesome. I think they're amazing for developing like long-term wealth, but that means that we'll probably have a lot of REITs and real estate stocks that are dropping throughout the summer. Maybe they'll get bolstered by the summer season, but as we go into the winter and as we go into 2024, I think that we'll likely see a lot of the real estate stocks drop, as well as the housing market itself. But that presents a lot of buying opportunity, not just in real estate investing, but also investing in real estate stocks, dividend ideas, and real estate investment trusts and things like that. So those are just some of my thoughts about the coming couple of months and a potential investment strategy for the coming couple months. Let's see, getting a little 5-minute bounce. Take a look at the 20-second. I think we're a very long way from coming back up, but I do think that there is some opportunity for this to come back. The 200 moving average on the 20-second chart has pulled below VWAP. So we may get like an opportunity that allows for like a retest of the VWAP. The question is when and will it happen anytime soon? The 50 and 200 are so far away from each other that it may not be it for a while. There is a little pop here. You can see a little cyan switch happening. I'm gonna not trade on this account for, well, what do I got? 72. We're on the micro. We'll do like 2 contracts, something tiny. I just want to do like a little test trade here. So it doesn't look like a great entry at the moment, but for me, 9's above the 12. We're getting that crossover. There's a little bit of cyan switch there. This could just continue to dump down though. It is below the 50 and the 35 is acting as some resistance. So I'm just going to try to join the bid order here. And I'm only looking for 3 ticks. I wanted to actually get in right down here off of 26. That was the intended entry, and it just kind of popped right at the moment that I had joined the bid, unfortunately. But 26 was my intended entry point on this. I got in at 26.50. So I'll be looking to get out at 27.25. This is a micro trade. The intention of this is just, it's really just to test it. It's a feeler trade.
Order filled.
It worked out. A little $5 in there. So it is coming back pretty strong. So that does look good for some uptrend. I was really measuring sort of this TTM and the momentum movement that we would get off of that. So that was a pretty big momentum spike from 26 and a quarter all the way up to 28. So good 7 ticks. Boy, when I said 28, I got like this big echo in here. So it was like 28, 8, 8, 8. It was weird. Okay, so I'm gonna jump to the coffee's leftover, mostly decaf. I'm gonna jump over to Elite Trader Funding side, and let's see. We need about $650 here in order to get profitable. In order to get back into the profit zone. And jump to the well, I'm gonna jump to the 1 minute chart, actually. So 1 minute is pretty close actually to a cyan switch. I think on the 1 minute side, a 9 above 12 would give us some confirmation of that. But it's really close to a cyan switch. Pretty decent looking volatility or movement on the day. I think a bounce off 27 for move up to 28 looks decent. I kind of missed the entry on 27 though. TTM's at 0.79 and there's 5 seconds left in this candle on this little pullback here. This might look like a 3 minute pullback. We'll see if this actually plays out. TTM is at 0.61. 9 is below 12. And we're going to start off small with just 2 contracts going for 4 ticks. I might even, no, I'll go for 4. Why not? Trading this on the 1 minute chart because I really want to see the confirmation happen on the 1. Mild rejection on that. TTM's at 0.79. Dropping in a red candle on the TTM there. So I'm glad I didn't take that trade. I'm grateful that I waited for the confirmation of my strategy before actually getting into the trade. That's what I'm really trying to do on a consistent basis. Is to be patient, wait for my strategy, and follow it as closely as I possibly can. Without giving into FOMO and some of the other dangers of our own minds. Just gonna mute out just 1 second here. All right, we back. So TTM's now at 0.7, 0.6 area. No confirmation on this moving average cross yet. But pretty decent support down there. In fact, it's kind of looking like we're getting some ascension, like ascending support here. I may actually go for like 7 ticks, and then I'm going to join the bid right here off 26 and a quarter or so if we can get in on that. Gonna cut that, try and get in at 26.50, I guess.
Order filled.
We're in at 26.50. And I'm looking for a move actually up to 28.25. I think that we can actually do this. It's looking like the TTM is building up some, and we have this ascending support right here. So I think that there is a potential to push up to 30. So right now we're only in 2 contracts. I didn't want to trade larger than that, especially for the first trade of the day. I'm going to get a nice cushion built up. I guess it would not be the first trade of the day because we already traded stocks. We already traded one in our Apex account that was positive as well. But first trade of the ETF today. And I think this looks pretty good. This looks pretty solid. We got this ABCD pattern here on ascending support with the TTM as well. 9 and the 12 have not crossed yet, but they're very close in position and very close to the 1226 as well. 9 stepping above the 12 on the 1 minute chart, which is really good.
Order filled.
That was awesome. 2 contracts, 7 ticks, up 163.84 on the day in ETF. So may look for go for 3 contracts now, but now I need to see where's my entry point. I think around like 28 seems pretty reasonable on an entry. That was a really good trade, by the way. I'm very happy with that trade. I'm also really grateful that I waited for the pullback and waited for my strategy. I think off this EMA 35 seems like a pretty good entry point. So I'm putting a standing order there at 28.75. Looks like it's going to run past. Will we get a 1 minute pullback here? I'm going to leave my order standing there at 28.75. Nope, only pulled back to 29, ripped on up.
Order filled.
All right, we got an entry 3 contracts at 28.75. I'm looking to get out at 30.5, which was the peak of this candle. A lot of sell-off on this one, but our entry is not bad. Our entry is right at the EMA 35. We got 9 above 12, 12.26 crossover. A lot of sell-off and some good TTM movement. TTM's at 0.9. So that sell-off was from the 50 EMA. We're in at 28.75. We're popping up off 29. This could be what I would like to see is a 1 minute candle to make a new high. So I want to see this one actually rip up to like 31 over this next minute here. Gonna take the profit.
Order filled.
So we're up $334.60 on Elite Trader Funding today. Very happy with my trading, very patient with my trading, and very happy about that. Very grateful today on that. Can we throw in a couple more varies? Looks like it did hit our 30.5, so we could have held out for the full trade. I just didn't want to see a flash down here. It looked like there was potential for it, so I just didn't want to get caught up in that. A retest of the VWAP seems totally plausible up there at 36. I'm going to jump over to the 20-second chart now and see what our situation is looking like here. So we have a potential for a 1220 or a 5200 crossover right now. They're about $3.33 apart. That's actually really cool. $3.33 apart right now. I like repeating numbers. So what I would want to see is a pullback to about 30 and then a bounce off of 30. But right now we're running along 31, and this could act as a resistance level up here because a couple of things. Number one, the TTM is a little exhausted at the moment. Number two, it's running into the 200 moving average on the 20-second chart. Number three, 31 just seems like it could act as a natural resistance point. But up $334 on the day. Pretty happy about that. We're only about 220, yeah, like 227 away from back to profit. Maybe, yeah, 227. 327. Sorry. And it's not even 27, it's 17. 317. What's going on now? All right. So I want to see a pullback to about 30. 30 seems like a really good zone to me. This is a really good trade. 28.75 up to 30. So that's 5 ticks. We definitely could have gone for more on that, but I'm still very happy with what we got. Come on, Ian. All right, finally getting the pullback. The pullback we deserve. So I want to see this pullback to about 30. Would be the hope, maybe 31. But I definitely want to see this pullback. EMA 50 is at 30.09. And check this on a 20-second chart. Okay, so 20 seconds is actually pulling back to about...
Order filled.
All right. We took 3 contracts at 31.50. And going for a move up to 32.25. Kind of pulling back slightly here. I think I entered a little too quickly on that. I did. Because this looks like it's going to be closer to like a 3-minute pullback. And I don't really want to stick with it, but... Pretty heavy pullback. Basically giving back all of our profits on that trade right now. Which really sucks. Trailing max still higher than what we started out with, and we're still in green on the day. But I don't love this one. That's more of a pullback than I want to see. We're in that 31.50. We pulled all the way down to 29.50. It's an 8-tick pullback. Still more sell orders inbound. 9 dip below 12 on the 20-second chart. I just want to see this 20-second chart pop back up to 30. Really just the whole chart right now. Needed to pop back up to 30. Ending that one on a doji on the EMA 50 there. Still have 1,300 in trailing max. I was gonna actually try and take this trade here.
Order filled.
Okay, so we entered long off 30. It lowers our cost basis slightly. Trailing max still at 1397. I think this is gonna pop. $20-second chart. I'm just waiting for a yellow on the 20-second chart. I'm gonna reduce my sell order down to 32, so that reduces it 1/4. We're in 4 contracts. So this is kind of a heavy trade here. Big surge up. Can we break through? By the way, I tried to take another contract off of 30. I was just messing around with stuff and not getting in well. Our entry is currently at 31.25, and we're almost at break even on this trade. We're in 4 contracts. So again, it's a pretty heavy trade at the moment. And a fair amount of volatility here. 15 seconds left in the 1-minute side. I want to see this 20-second chart stack up. Buyers and sellers are kind of at a standstill right now. We need to get the red to yellow on the 20-second chart. And I'm still in this trade. We're still profitable in the day, which is good. My intended exit point is 32 right now. 9 getting above 12 on the 20-second chart. That's good for us. Four seconds left in this on this candle. Good. Continuing to ascend up. About to get a cyan switch on the 20-second chart. Popped into profit there for a moment. Very brief moment. 31.50 hitting that. Still a good amount of buyers at the moment. You can see the market depth right here. Getting a cyan switch on the 20-second chart. Pulling back some off that 200 moving average. The 50 and the 200 are closing in on each other. That's what we want to see. I think that there's potential to actually run this up to like 35. Gonna jump into the 1-minute chart here for a brief moment. To $50 is at 29.65 and the 200 is at 30.5. I might actually move this order up to 33. So I'm going for a break of this $32 resistance zone right there, which is at 31.75. Actually, it's right at 32. I'm looking for a break of that for a move up to 35. I'm going for 4 contracts up to 33. Bit of a rejection right there. A lot of volume on that on the 20-second chart. That is a lot of volume. Will buyers support this? My heart is pounding. Buyers push that back up to a doji. I don't like that there's a dark blue candle here. We need another cyan. Close at a cyan. Yes, nice rip. Popping up to 31.50. Opening new at 31.50. A little bit of red. Here's the break over 32. There was a break up to 32.25. You have a new 1-minute candle, so we need to check that. Want to see cyan? There we go. We got cyan on there. We need to break above this 32 area here. Gonna take my profits.
Order filled.
It was too much of a sketchy trade, but we did get about 4 ticks on that. So I think our entry was 31 something. We're up 487.28 on the day. Grateful I took my profits. Look at that big dump right there. Really grateful that I took my profits. Up $487.28 today on Elite Trader Funding. We're almost back in profit. We are about $165 away from getting back into profit on Elite Trader Funding today. Great moves there. What's up, HK? I like your comment of 28888888888. Just catching up on the comments. Took that for 2 ticks. Nice job, Tiny. That's awesome. We're going to throw in a little bit of Lion's Mane today. Starting off the B12. Let's jump on back into the charts. So grateful that we took our profits. This did pop up 32.50, but we got out at our original intended location, which was at 32. Really great trading on the day. Really happy with it so far. Yeah, we're just gonna keep on going, keep on crushing. Boom, 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 boom. We might be on the backside of this move here now, so I'm gonna give it time. Right, we're here at the top of the hour, and we rejected heavily at the top of the hour. So that doesn't really look very good for the next 30 minutes or so. So we'll see if this 5,200 cross actually takes place on the 20-second chart. If it does, we may have room up to 35. But right now, as everything's just selling off, I feel bad for anyone who got caught in that knife because that's a pretty heavy one. It did rip down from 32.50 all the way down to what is this, 29.50. So 12 tick drop right there. Hopefully somebody got in on that short and made some profits, but yeah, I'm staying out for a while. I'm gonna wait for my setup again. I'm going to be looking for like a red yellow move again on the 20-second chart. And we got some nice red stacks here at the moment. So we'll see if we get a little bit of a reversal, and if we hold 29.50, 30 area. Only read 25 before fees. Not bad. Pretty good risk management. Off 3 trades, that's actually really good risk management. Risk management is the name of the game. Anybody remember that 90s song? It was like, the name of the game. And that's like all it said. Didn't say anything else. Just the whole song was just a bunch of techno, and then it would just say, the name of the game. I always thought it was hilarious when people say those comments where they're like, I'm probably dating myself, i.e. saying that they're old because they can like comment on stuff from different time periods. But like I can comment on music from the 50s or something like that, and like I'm not dating myself, like I mean I'm dating myself, because I love myself, but just saying. Sometimes I just like to come on here, man, just BS. All right, we are really close to a 5,200 cross here on the 20-second chart. Just chilling. We do got a red yellow, but nothing to act on yet. So I didn't act on this radio here because the 9 and 12 don't really, like, they're not even anywhere close to the cross. And so it just didn't seem plausible. Plus, we have a downtrend on it, so it didn't seem like it was the right fit. Same with this one here. We're still on that downtrend, so I don't see the value in attempting to go long off this. And I don't want to go short because we're super close to the 5200 cross. So I could easily go short and then have that 29 area hold the support and have this 5200 cross happen and then have it go against me in the upside. So not looking to do that. Several rejections off the 200 moving average. By the way, if y'all chilling, y'all hanging out, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications because it really does help the community grow, and it's absolutely tremendous. SPY showing inverted head and shoulders now. Let's check that out. On our resident technical analysis. I love your analysis, Pawn. Like, honestly, like it's super, like, it's very spot on a lot of the time. You can even see the head and shoulders on the 20-second chart. We're up 487 or so in our ETF account. We're up a couple bucks in our Apex account. 1 minute side here. Yeah, you can see that inverted head and shoulders here. You got shoulder one. There's the head. He's doing a handstand and or headstand rather. And then here's shoulder two. So definitely a lot of opportunity for an upward move towards the for retest of the VWAP. We did find support off that $30 area, and we're popping up to $31.50. Apex trailing max is only at 78 available, so I'm still going to continue to trade small in this for quite some time. Major rip up. Wow, totally missed that. Watch out for a triple top here. You can see it along this line, along like 31.50. So watch out for a little bit of a triple top right there. Join the bid right here. Looking to get in off 31.50.
Order filled.
I'm in two contracts of the micro. I'm going for 4 ticks. I'm not really too worried about this one. I'm gonna jump back over to. Do I want to keep pushing on elite trader funding? I mean, I'm already up $500. I think I'll switch over to Apex 50K. And on the Apex 50, we really kind of missed that move. Sometimes I feel like I stop to do tech analysis and then I end up missing stuff.
Order filled.
Got that trade on the one of the Apex accounts, the one that we're trading the micros in. VWAP's up here at $34. I feel like I need to, like, even though I can see this is charging up, I feel like I have too much energy flowing through my body, and as a result, I think I need to, like, kind of just take some breaths, sit out, and I might miss this rip as a result, but I just feel like I just need to just breathe a little bit, you know? There was a pop up to 33. Now testing 33, 34, 50. We did get that 5200 cross on the 20-second chart, I'm sure of it. Yeah, there it is. There was the cross over there. Where was I? This is like my exact strategy. I had a whole video on it. By the way, if you guys haven't checked out that video, you're definitely going to want to check out that video because that video is the best video in the world. Yeah, but no, we get a whole video on this, the 5200 cross right here on the 20-second chart and how accurate it is. Where was I? Doing tech analysis. Man. You gotta do your due diligence, though. Watch out for rejection here off 34. Maybe a pullback to like 32.50 looks good, which is right here, the 9 Expo. Wait for the eagle to land. Wait for the eagle. The praying mantis. The eagle style and the praying mantis could be dangerous. Well, we're up 487. I also think that the other reason too is that I was like, you know what, I'm already up several $100s. Do I really want to risk continuing to trade in this account? I think the answer is probably yes, but you know, do I want to? I think I want to spread that risk out over multiple accounts first. Eagle was there on the 3-minute. So we are positive in this Apex account. Resistance up there at like 35. I don't want to take a long yet. Just basically because we need to break through the VWAP. And I think that we may get some pullbacks here. We might even rip down to like 32. One strategy I think a lot of people will likely be implementing is to short off of the VWAP here and take a couple shorts into this. We didn't take that many trades today, but we took some nice big rips, and those are always nice. It was a pretty good trade there off 33 to 34. I just missed this whole area, man. I'm gonna wait for something that looks something that looks like it fits my strat. So I actually would like to see another pullback here. I actually would like to see this reject the VWAP and actually pull down to like 32.50 area, and then attempt the VWAP again, because the second attempt will look stronger than the first. Anybody shorting off VWAP? Watch for those shorts get squeezed. Watch for those shorts to get squeezed this time around, though. Yeah, I feel you on that. I think you probably have a more I've done some VWAP trading, like VWAP bounces and VWAP shorts, but like it's never been my most accurate strategy, if you will. Like I don't know, I've had some success with it, but it's like a 55-60% accuracy rating for me, which is too low for me personally. A lot of times I'm like, oh, okay, you know, it's testing the VWAP, I'm going to go short. It just rips right through. Or I'm like, oh, okay, it's pulling back to the VWAP. I'm going to go long for a bounce, and it just rips down. I'm like, ah. And then I'm like, I realize I have very little idea what I'm doing off that. Wait, I'm in ETF. I wanted to be on Apex. It's because this is the 20-second chart. 20-second 5200 is diverging quite well. We may get a bounce here off the 9 EMA for a test of the VWAP. You can see there's a lot of cooling on the TTM though. And so if it does cool down to 3250, I think that still looks very reasonable for long. I think that there is a lot more opportunity right now for a trend reversal than staying on the long or on the short side. TTM on the 1 minute chart. I thought it said chart. The 1 minute chart at 2.4 from 2.3. So this likely is going to level off here too, and get some pullback. I think to about 3250. Again, same area. We'll see. Just waiting right now. Yeah, that's exactly my thoughts, Pawn, is that it looks like it could drop from here. Like it actually looks like it needs to consolidate and pull back, in my opinion, before making another test of the VWAP. So I think that we may get some pullback to like 3250 or 31 area, somewhere in that like low 30s. But if it breaks below 30, then I think it's done personally. So that's just my thoughts. And the TTM is barely moving up, so that indicates to me that there's a lot less momentum here than we would want to see for an actual break of VWAP. Right as I say that, rips up, goes a test of VWAP. Okay. Well, we're rebuilding the profit in our other Apex account nicely, just a little bit at a time. But we are profitable on this account currently, up 72 bucks out of a $3,000 profit target. TTM now moved to 2.7 from 2.3 a few minutes ago. It's looking stronger now. So I could have actually anticipated a lot of this bounce here off the 20-second chart, because you can see there actually was a cyan switch on the TTM on the 20-second chart. Okay, hitting 35. 35 might be a natural resistance point. I'm gonna put ETF on the 1 minute chart so that we can flip back and forth between the two of them. VWAP is at 36 bucks, 41.36, and we got comments to look through. Oh, we already read those. Watch out for resistance up here at 36.50, which is right at the 200 moving average, and at 35.50, which is or 35.75, which is the 1 minute VWAP. We missed both this rip and this rip, unfortunately. We missed this one basically because I was doing a bunch of tech analysis, and this just ripped up while I was doing it. And I missed this one again because I was also on the just wrong time frame. There's that resistance that we mentioned up there at 36 area, pulling back to 33.75. Big drop off that. Lot of contracts coming in right now. Major drop off that. There's that short. Huge drop. So within 20 seconds, it dropped 8,000 contracts on us. So be careful out there. Major drop again. Whoa. Okay. So what was that? That was a 20 tick drop here in the last not even 60 seconds. Major rip down. Massive amounts of contracts dropped. So it was like 15,000 contracts all dropped at that level, which happened to coincide with the 200 moving average right there on the 1 minute chart. That's why this 200 moving average is so important, in my own personal opinion, to keep on your charts. It's just because a lot of institutional traders use it as a point of rejection. In fact, I learned this from an institutional trader. So I actually learned this from a trader who claims to be trading $100 million. I don't know anything, like I don't know their stitch, and I'm not going to say anything, but they did mention that they were trading within $100 million account, other people's money, not just their own. And that this was one of their main strategies, was utilizing this 200 moving average and the 50 moving average, which is what got me to start experimenting with it in the first place. And you can see how powerful that is in terms of a rejection level, and in terms of a support level. What is used by institutions? The 50 EMA and the 200 SMA, which I've talked about at length on this stream. But that was actually talked to me by an institutional trader. Some of the big short positions just hit that. Yeah, they did, man. They hit that really hard. Yeah, I used to only have them on longer term charts, and then I started experimenting with them on shorter and shorter time frames, and just noticed the level of accuracy is so high with them. And so so much so that I'm actually, like I said, I mentioned here, working on finding and developing a bot, or an automatic algorithmic trader that utilizes these type of crossovers, and utilizes these as support and resistance. I don't know how long it's going to take. Could take a year to create, but I believe it is a worthwhile endeavor, and just because the level of accuracy with it is so high. So yeah, but obviously for situations like this, that's where it's going to have issues on it. And so that's why it's so important to set take profit zones as well. And utilize things like trailing stops. All right. So we're getting on the 20-second chart, we're getting a stack here of the of support along the 200 moving average, right around 29.75, right around 30 area. I think that this drop here, this 15,000 contracts that someone just dropped, I think that may have solidified the downward move in the market. I'm going to see if they got the information on the home price sales up, or the home sales. Okay, they finally have it up now. They didn't have it up earlier. So home sales for March was forecasted at 634,000. It was actually 683,000. Consumer confidence went down slightly. Consumer confidence down while home sales are up. I think that in regards to the home sales, like I said, I think that we may have summer might be a season where we have some increases in home sales as we typically do through the seasonality of it. But I do think that going into the winter of 23 and just even into the fall, we're going to have a lot of drop in the market. I also am still projecting June for that. U.S. consumer confidence falls to a 9-month low on worries about jobs and recession. And then also, as I also mentioned earlier, the markets could also be reacting to Biden's announcement today, announcing that he will be running for 2024 re-election. So that could also be impacting the market some as well. So consumer confidence dropping to a 9-month low, while home sales actually surged a little bit. U.S. new homes sales surged 9.6% in March as home buyers turn to builders. What does that mean? They turned into builders like Transformers? What's with this headline? They turned to builders. Let's just assume that it's the most likely scenario that buyers transformed into their own houses and they turned into builders like through a Transformer-like scenario. That's probably the most likely scenario that happened with new home sales. It's just my guess. Yeah, Tiny, I think it's gonna be really cool to do, but you wish you took this short? I wish I did too. And my intuition was like, dude, you should short here at this level because it's off the 200 moving average. I'm like, there's a high probability that it will at least drop a buck or two or a couple of bucks. I didn't expect this to drop like 50 ticks. How many ticks is that? 36.75 to drop all the way down to 30. So let's call it $6. 6 times 4, that's 24 ticks. Yep. Y'all didn't see me do that math on the screen there. I swear it was all in my head. It was all mental math. Low of the day down here at 23.50, and we're on approach to retest those lows. So that head and shoulder pattern worked out pretty well up toward just above the VWAP, and then we had contract dump man drop those 15,000 contracts, or contract dump person. It's like the superhero nobody asked for. All right, very much turning this into short bias now. We'll see if we get a pullback up. Grateful that we were able to lock in about $500 in profit through this zone here. Certainly, well, it was actually really just on this one rip, and then in this area. But certainly kind of missed out a lot on trading this zone, unfortunately. Now we're on the backside of this. So we'll see if this forms its own little pattern here. This kind of looks like its own little head and shoulders, if you will. But I actually think this is far more short bias because you got the 50 on approach to the 200. And obviously this kind of stuff ends up looking like kill candles. I think that makes when people get a bear claw to the face like that, I don't think that they're really interested in going long anymore. So we'll look for some pops up towards the 9 exponential and then shorts off of that. So even with that decent buy volume there, still ended up being a lot of drops. Take a look at the 3. Testing lows down here. Low of the day is there at 23.50. Let's see if we go lower. It's very much looking like we could push all the way down to like 41.14 or so. I think we have potential to even drop down to 20. I'm gonna jump over to the apex side here. I might look at going short. So if we get a, I might try to go short off like 25. Vaughn, you're our short expert. What do you think? They're building instead of buying. That makes sense. Honestly, though, like if they end up building a lot of housing, that'll be better anyway because it'll increase supply and lower prices. So yeah, I wonder if we break the low too. We are bouncing just above the low, bouncing up to 25 on the 20-second chart. I'm much more short biased here. There is some ascension on that, so I don't really want to take that short. It looks like a short off the 9 though. I'll get a whirl in the
Order filled.
I did not mean to do that in
Order filled.
all right, well, it worked out. We made this was in the account that was really close to failing. So we ended up making $100 off that, which is great. I did not mean to trade the mini. I meant to trade the micro, but it worked out in our favor. The short worked. So we're up 116.84 on that. We pulled our trailing max up, got a nice big boost up to 189. So hopefully I won't make that mistake again. I was actually just intending to trade that in the micro, not the mini, but it worked out. So and that was basically the intention. There was a short off of the 9 EMA for a pushback down, and this pulled back down and hit the low at 23.50 and bounced immediately off of it. I haven't taken any trades in my my currently profitable Apex account yet. $5,200 on this downside. TTM's at 0.6. We might get a little cyan switch here. If we get a if we get the 9 above the 12 right there, with a cyan switch, then I might go long for like 3 ticks. Long for a scalp. Coming down to test the low again. Let's see if we break through it. This is why I wait for the confirmation. I did that. I've done it several times where I don't wait for the confirmation and then I try and trade it, and occasionally it works, but the vast majority of the time I end up screwing myself over because I didn't take the time to wait for my strategy to completely confirm itself. Rejecting off of 25.50 down to 23.50, tapping the low 3 times to pop back up off that low. It looks like 23.50 may end up acting as a solid support line. We'll find out. Right now we're only up a buck off of that, so it's not enough to really call it, but $5,200 diverged about $2.50. Rejecting yet again. Will we finally drop below 23.50? Nope. Touched it again. That's 4 taps. Quadruple bottom, yo. So we're just waiting. If y'all wondering why I'm not trading, it's really just because I'm just waiting for a move that fits. Although we did take that trade just a few minutes ago. All in all, I think we're up. What? We're up 116 plus 487. All in all, we're up over 600 on the day. Not bad. It's actually great. Why would I say not bad? That's awesome, dude. Take the win. You're long right now until the 9 catches up. I love a green mistake. It's same. Especially because it was on that account. Like that, I could have easily just failed just at that moment. And so, you know, it was definitely a bit of a sketch because I could have very easily just been like, oh, well, that account's burned. But no, it actually put our account in a much better position. Need to see this crossover in order to take long. I can't go short here because we're already at the bottom. That doesn't necessarily mean that it won't continue to drop, but if we're already tapping the lows and we've tapped it like 5 times, it just doesn't make sense to me to go short in anticipation of a new low. I think it's more likely that we'll bounce off the low and then begin to move back up. Divergence on 5,200 is now at $3. We'll see if the slope of the 50 begins to curl upward soon. If we get this to start curling upward, then it may indicate that we have some upward movement inbound. Also, too, one thing to note is that the wave pattern on the TTM is getting shorter. So we have this really large wave followed by a smaller wave followed by a smaller wave. This is typically indicative of a trend reversal. So If I could find another example of it. This is kind of an example where we have like a bigger wave followed by a small up, and then a small down, and essentially you're kind of riding these waves. So if this small down had turned into a larger up, then there would have been a smaller pullback in the up zone, and then a larger one. And so I guess I don't really know exactly how to explain it, but typically when we see this, you had this really large up wave followed by a small up wave, and then you get the flip, like you get the large down wave followed by a smaller down wave, and then a smaller down wave, then eventually it turns into a larger up wave. So that's kind of something I've seen. It's not an exact science, and I definitely couldn't explain it as such, but it's something that I use in order to determine momentum. Okay, so we are actually getting some movement now. 9's above 12. We're nearing a cyan switch on the 20-second chart. I want to check this on the 1-minute chart. That kill candle right there, man, just might have screwed the whole day. 1-minute chart, long way off from any sort of cross at all. At least we're up 600 some odd bucks today. Switch this back over to the 20-second chart. Eine Sekunde. All right, getting a little pop up. Finally getting that 912 cross, and actually popping up here. Doing the bid here. Looking to get in on 25. Okay, we're in the right account.
Order
filled. Long 3 contracts at 25. I'm going for 3 ticks up to 25.75, which is right there at the 50 EMA. We're taking this based off of the TTM movement as well as the 912 cross and the 1226 cross on the 20-second chart. I think this might have been the move right there. Especially because this is pulling back some. Just one more tick.
Order filled.
All right, we got that up 3. Took 3 contracts, 3 ticks. Worth 103 bucks. A lot of 3s. Definitely was a lot more opportunity in that trade. But still grateful. Take a nice 100 bucks. So we're up about $700 on the day. Pretty good day so far. From so this popped all the way from 25 up to 26.75. There was a nice like 7-tick move here. Even a little bit more off of this 9 EMA bounce. 9 is above 12. Both of them crossing above the 35. Some nice movement on the TTM. Taking a look at the 1-minute chart just to get some confirmation on things. Nice trade there. Yeah, I appreciate that, Tiny. Today is actually a really great trade day. I love the momentum in the market, and also the moves are pretty specific, which is nice. 20-second chart getting a nice pop up there. 9's above the 12. 9's above 50 now. 12 is on the 50. We may get a little bit of consolidation and pullback through right here through this zone. As you can see, the TTM's a little bit becoming more strained. Essentially, once you get this many cyan candles in a row, and then it starts being like, okay, we need, and there you go, there's the blue. It starts being like, okay, we need a little bit of consolidation before we can pop again. And I think that makes sense. And if it doesn't do that, it actually, to me, increases the risk. To me, it actually like makes me more skittish as a trader, not less. On the 1 minute side, we're nearing a cyan switch. We're at yellow 1.2, but the 9 has not confirmed above the 12 yet, and hasn't confirmed on the 12.26 obviously as well, because the 9.12 happens first, then the 26 follows. As far as the actual 5200 cross, there's a little flag right there, by the way. And TTM's at 0.5 now. 200 moving average is getting below the volume weighted average price. This is looking really good for a nice little push up there. This would have been a nice move, and I just kind of missed it. So this pulled back to the EMA 35 on the 22nd chart for a bounce off that, and pulled up to this resistance at 26.25 or so. So we'll just call it 2650 resistance. I guess it's more like, it's honestly just riding the 9. We're gonna wait for the 1 minute chart to confirm the move before we take anything. Even if there's some fluctuation, even if there's some momentum, even if there's opportunity in here, I think there's more value in waiting for the confirmation, and there it is. Try to take 3 contracts off 2650. If you guys noticed, it was a slight bit late, delayed there. I don't know if you saw that. We're sitting here on the bid.
Order filled.
At 2650. Got in at 2650. Looking to get out at 27.25. That delay, though, I think that was the trade. And I'm a little, I feel a bit miffed, but I still think we'll be okay for another test of the EMA 35 here. We got a cyan switch on this. I'm gonna stay on this one. Down 187.50 in this trade at the moment. That cyan switch not holding up. Probably need to cut this. That's a big drop. Wow. 262.50 down at the moment on this trade. This one killed a lot of my profits on the day. And I should have already cut it. Coming down here and testing these lows now. This one did not work out. I'm going to wait to see if there's a little bit of a pop. And just, nah, I just got to cut this thing. 23. pulled all the way down, made a new low, or tapped the low, really. That was actually very shocking. Too bad. Guess I should have shorted off the 35. I'm hesitant as to cut this. This one trade put me down on the day. It was up 487.50. I'm hesitant to cut this because of a drop like that. Really, I don't know. I think that we might come back up here and retest it. At least that's, I guess, the hope. But hope is not a strategy. So, I'm gonna keep an eye on this for a second. So you see I'm on the 20 seconds at 1.7. I want to see it go to like 1.3, 1.4. Let's see. I'm trying to decide what I want to do with this. I think we need to get above 23.75. $28.24. We gotta beat 23.75, I think. TTM on the 20-second chart is at 1.4. We're approaching the top of the hour, about 5 minutes away. There's a break above 23.75. TTM's at 1.1 on the 20-second chart. More sellers than buyers at the moment. Pulling back down. We just gotta cut it. That's too bad, man. It was a fat loss. This is a problem that I have with my risk management. I hold on to my losers too long, and I let them grow too big. This is a consistent issue that I've noticed that I have. Nine EMA acting as resistance there around 24. TTM on the 20-second chart now looking at 0.7. Our entry's at 2650. Red to yellow might cause a little bit of a move up towards 2650, but 2650 being the entry. Yeah. 0.6 on TTM 20-second chart. Trailing max at 1265. 0.4 now on 20-second chart. I want to see a 912 cross on 22nd. And really the only reason why I'm continuing to hold this is because the 20-second chart is stacking TTM and is potentially putting together a little bit of a move up. I need to see a red yellow on the TTM though, man. And I actually traded this in part because of the cyan switch here. It's one of the reasons I took that trade. Rejecting on the 20-second chart, the EMA 35, which is right there at 2375, which is like I said, 2375 acting as really strong resistance level. 0.14 on TTM now on 20-second chart. Doji at the bottom, 0.07. 9 is below 12. TTM on 1 minute at 1.0. $21.75, the new low of the day. TTM is at 1.5 on the 1 minute side, and TTM at 0.1 on the 20-second side. Need to see this 912 cross, man. This is by far the worst trade of the day. And I should have cut it earlier on, and I didn't, and feel pretty bad about that. I have a whole like sensation going on in my heart. My emotions are going, and so just trying to keep them in control and stay in contact with them so that I can understand and communicate with them and understand what's going through my head and my heart right now. 20-second chart pulling back. Three and 28. So we're still on the decline. We got to break through now. 23. Nine is about 12 on the 20-second chart. We're on approach for, I want to see it get above 23, really just this 9, 12, and get this 26 crossover on the 20-second chart. CTM going to 2.0 on the 1 minute chart on downward trend. All right, we're gonna cut this. We let this loss grow way too large. So we cut that. Massive loss on that. That is 100% my fault. You know, not just, I mean, all trading really is our own faults, but not just that. You know, I took this as an anticipation trade. I eliminated all of my gains on the day. I literally filled it down there at the bottom. That was from 26.50 all the way down to 20.75. Jeez. I let that grow way too large, and frankly, that was really bad risk management on my part. Bad. You know, but it is what it is, and this is how we learn, honestly. So, and it's just part of the process, I guess. It's not fun, but it's part of it. So we'll say the good with the bad. And keep on going, keep moving forward. I'm not gonna dwell on nothing. What's the point of dwelling? You know what I'm saying? Takes a lot of the wind out of my sails though on the day, unfortunately. Especially because we were up like $700 or so on the day. You can see 1 minute putting in a yellow candle here. Let's see what's going on the 20-second chart. I definitely could have reduced those losses a little bit, but just the continued downward push, man. Going for 3 contracts here, 3 contracts, 3 ticks. We'll see if we get an entry here off 22.25. No entry.
Order filled.
Did enter on that drop, unfortunately. So I could be over trading. I think I'm over trading today because I already over traded the last account. That's too bad. I'm looking for a push up to 23, which has been super strong resistance. I kind of feel as if I put myself on tilt through over trading. TTM at 0.29. This trade doesn't look too bad, but we need the 9, 12, and 26 crossover. So these 3 moving average to cross. Well, the bears are just not giving an inch, are they? 907 on downward trend. $4 divergence on the 5200. Bears will not give an inch. You got people interested with that rip up. They put people on long bias with that. That's interesting. Just the psychology of it, you know what I'm saying? Like, the psychology of it is absolutely amazing. They're playing psychological warfare. It's super just frustrating and fascinating at the same time. Frustracinating. That's a cool word. Why not? Frustracinating. But definitely some psychological warfare going on here with that. I think creating those rips creates that long bias so that it creates more opportunities for them to short. And I think that's just really interesting. It's really cool. I think we need to see the 50 EMA begin to curl up again. Took all my green accounts and made them red. At the moment. How long can this ride this low, dude? Waiting for that 912 cross. Might be waiting all day. $50 moving average now at about 22 and a half. We're gonna have to break above 23. Really, like 24 or so is the area that I think that we need to break above. 24 and 25 to actually have some opportunity for more upward trend. but we're getting a lot of rejections along the way. Every time there's something about to happen, we're getting a rejection on it. And so bears are very much in control, clawing up our faces. Yeah, it's never fun, man, when the bears are in control, dude. A little bit of a cyan stack. Not enough to have confidence yet in this. Total market's down almost 1% on the day. And now 50 moving average is still continuing on its downward trend. Yeah, this just doesn't look good for longs at all. Look at the 1 minute chart. 1 minute still stacking on the TTM. I probably should have closed the lead traded funding, honestly, for the day. We need this cross over the 26 cross specifically. That's the one that I think that we need. So there on the current candle, it's going to need to close above. I think that kill candle really just killed the whole market for the day. Sorry about the chart manipulation here. I'm just trying to get it back into a visible place. We've been steadily rejecting out the 50 EMA. This one right here would have been a nice short. This one maybe, but more so this one. TM is 0.29. Low of the day at 20.5, and we're just riding the lows. And, you know, I mean, it's a question, will the market come back at all today? Yeah, man. It's it's been really challenging after that kill candle. Basically just been on downward trend for a while and continuing that way, and every time that we're about to have breakout, we get kind of dumped on a little bit. Okay, finally pushing up some. Got to break through 23 in order to really push this up. 9 is above 12. There's an actual 26 crossover now.
Order filled.
All right, we got that trade. Definitely not a great trade, in my opinion. I can finally check these comments. So I could say With that trade, very deep. Remember this: if you don't get the discipline in check, there is no end. You had to cut that trade, or you knew you had to cut that trade when you're about 180 to 300 down, and I stayed. You're totally right. That's when you had to take the small loss for the greater win on the day. Then practice and discipline, the self-mastery, and sharpening your edge. Let this fire you up more. Just need to hold that discipline. Oh, sorry, y'all just saw me scrolling comments, trying to catch up. All right, so we're up 207 in Apex. We're green on our other Apex account as well, but we're down in Elite Trader funding. So on Apex side, we're up 116 in account 1, up 207 in account 2. Elite Trader funding, we were up 487, and we really kind of screwed ourselves over with that trade there. And so we'll work to get ourselves back to green. There's a cyan switch on the 1 minute chart. 9 is above the 12. You get 1226 crossover now. And I might look for a move up to 25. TTM's at 0.46 at the moment. And I'm going to look for a little bit of a pullback here, maybe to like that 9 EMA, and a bounce off that. But I want to see what's happening on the 20-second chart. 20 seconds on pullback now. 5,200 are inbound for a cross. They are $3 apart. So I think that we're going to wait for this to get a little bit closer. But I think there's some opportunity in the meantime. More on the 1 minute. I'm going to switch Apex to the 1 minute since I'm not trading Apex at the moment. It's funny, but like when I take losses, I actually feel like apologizing to you guys. Isn't that funny? I don't know. It's just something I've actually felt that way before on a lot of occasions. So I'm looking at about 2350 or so as an entrance, maybe 2325. I'm going to put a standing order at 2350. It might be a little too low on this. Currently down 391 on Elite Trader funding. You can see we have resistance up there, the 50 exponential. TTM's at 0.92, and we're on approach for a 5,200 cross. We're about $3 out on this. Tried to join the bid there. No entry yet. I'm gonna cut this. It's probably gonna get a little pullback here. So I don't know how much it's gonna flash down, but I'm gonna try and buy the flash down. If we get it. Still pulling up. I wanted to get the move from 24 to 25. Getting a green dot here on the 1 minute side, so that's looking good. Yeah, no worries, Tiny. By the way, if y'all chilling, y'all hanging out, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. We do this every day, Monday through Friday, 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern time. So if y'all chilling, y'all hanging out, make sure you like, subscribe. It does actually help the community grow quite a bit. We do have a decent sized audience hanging out today, so smash that like button, as the kids say. Pulling back to the EMA 50, we're up 207 in Apex 1 and 116 in Apex 2. We overtraded our ETF account and practiced poor risk management on our ETF account as well. So this one we ended up going red, even though we were green, almost 500 bucks. So we're gonna work to bring this one back into green territory. Currently waiting on a little bit of some pullback. This was a nice entry here off the 9 exponential. It's only a 2-tick move though. Got a flag on the play. Probably have some resistance at 25, but this is looking pretty solid. Move upward. I'm going to put a standing order here at 24. So
Order filled.
All right, entered long 5 contracts off 24. Our trailing max is at 880. I'm looking for a move up to 2475. We have some decline in wow, that's actually quite a lot of decline. Ready to cut this. Also reduce my sell. I'm out.
Order filled.
Another loss on that one. Down like 800 bucks. Overtraded on size on that one, reducing back down to 2 contracts and basically pretending like the day never happened. And I'm just going to start over from scratch and we'll go from here. We're going to wait for this 5,200 cross. And I think that we're running out of time on the stream today. But we're going to wait for the 5,200 cross and we'll go on approach again. I'm going to work to build the account back up again on the day. We ended up having to do that yesterday. Risk management is the name of the game. And you know what? I think I just didn't practice that well enough today. Keeping the discipline, as Origin Code so aptly pointed out, maintaining that focus on that discipline. So we are doing well in the Apex accounts on the day. I'm going to no longer trade those on the day. I'm happy with 200 bucks a day, and I just need to be focused on that. $200 a day really is kind of what I need to be focusing on. I think is my profit target. And then anything that I get above and beyond that, I just need to take it as a win. Because like I said, today could have been an awesome day, and it still is on the Apex side. But Elite Trader Funding side kind of screwed the pooch a little bit with the risk management aspect of things. So yeah, I will say this, guys. If you are looking to earn funding the futures market, though, Apex is currently offering like 90% off right now. And so you guys can actually pick up an Apex account for 90% off for the first month, and then after that goes 80% off every month thereafter for life. You can get it as low as 147 minus 90%, which is basically like 14 bucks. But if you want to trade with Tradeovate or Trading View, it's going to be slightly more by about $2 or so, $2 to $4. But you can get a 50K account here for about $18. So 18, 19 bucks to get started. You get access to a 50K, which allows you 10 contracts of the mini. I don't personally trade 10. It's a little too rich for my blood, but it's definitely available there to you. But there's a link in the description for that, and a promo code that is also listed there as well. Also, Elite Trader Funding, which is the other one that I'm working on. You can get access to this with a lifetime discount. There is a link in the description. The promo code is JSBEST. You can lock in that lifetime discount as well. So we do also have a Discord community, guys. So you guys want to join up in there and talk to some other traders. We have some awesome people like Origin Code, Juan, Tiny, a bunch of people in there with really awesome insights into trading. But we'd love to see you guys in there. Join up in the Discord community, where I'm about to go and post my reflection and my results on the day, which I will update throughout the day as well. So much love and appreciation, guys. I'm going to go ahead and jump off here and stay green. Peace.